Millions of American families, and a big part of the problem is the soaring cost of prescription drugs. Using generic versions of popular drugs is one way to keep costs down, but as CNBC's David Faber has learned, some of this country's big drug makers are actually paying to keep cheaper generics off the market.
Americans spend a staggering $200 billion a year on prescription drugs. With numbers like that, it's no surprise that physicians like Dr. Bill Thomas choose lower-cost generic drugs whenever possible.
Generic medicines are actually exactly the same and exactly as good as brand-name medicines. You get Cadillac drugs at Chevrolet prices.
Take the antidepressant drug Prozac. A 30-day supply of the brand-name version sells online for $147, but the identical generic version costs less than $25. Savings like that were made possible by the Hatch-Waxman Act, a law that made it easier for generic companies to challenge brand-name drug patents in court. But lately, the law seems to have had an unintended consequence. In out-of-court settlements, brand-name companies have been fending off patent challenges with cash, paying generics to wait years before they bring a drug to market. These deals are known as reverse payments or pay to delay. Critics say the intent is to limit competition.
Imagine a Super Bowl game where one team writes a check to the other team to keep its star quarterback on the bench. In this situation, I have a patent and you're challenging it. So I reverse the payment. I pay you to back off.
But drug makers say it's not so simple. While cash does change hands, these settlements sometimes get the generic drug to market sooner than if they had waited for a court ruling.
These settlements are like all other kinds of settlements. They're compromises. You get less than you would get if you won, and you get more than you get if you lose.
Should consumers be upset about this?
What benefits you as a consumer is a competitive marketplace. And when these companies are entering into these agreements, they're trying to take out the competition aspect of this.
Congress has proposed a law banning all pay-to-delay settlements. Brand name and generic drug companies are opposed to that legislation. David Faber, CNBC, New York.
And you can see more of David Faber's report on CNBC's Business Nation tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern.